Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the London Bulldogs. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now a first down throw. Lock eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Love. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest...
It's caught inside the 25. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Lauletta, he'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Here's Lauletta. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And things haven't started so well for the...
Start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Luck again. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Shaq Lawson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
3rd and long, it's Locke. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He got 29 yards that time. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up there? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Banks. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
Lauletta looking for a first down throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On 2nd and 10, Lauletta. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lauletta. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Gone!
They're going for it. It's Lauletta. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. He's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bills will extend their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaq Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Banks. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Luck on 1st down. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Out of the gun, Luck. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And out of bounds on the other side of midfield. the 45. Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt, and he's able to get this one down to about the 40. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
He's going to float this one deep right side, and that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Damian Ratley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. And now back out comes the offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They take over 1st and 10 in excellent field position here. Here's Lauletta after the interception. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. C.J. Mosley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, here's Lauletta. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta going up top. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills will extend their lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone. But he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Elliott good with a PAT. And a route is on here in this first half. Elliott now to kick this one away. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, if you're going to that push.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Throwing is locked. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, it's Lauletta. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Gun!
And they'll throw again with Lauletta. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bills continue to pour it on. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Elliott now to kick this one away. And here now the offense heading back out there. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It's caught, Stills, right side. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Locke. Going to throw right side here, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Right there. 54, right there.
From the gun, here's Locke. Going deep here for Stills. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Detroit!
They go play action here on 1st down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Leopard!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. Back to the booth right after this.
Detroit!
Lawletta looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the out route. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Now Lawletta on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep. And this is caught inside the 5. That one goes for 36 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Lawletta. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Again, Lawletta. And he can't hang on. that's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Here's Hunt, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. A shotgun snap to Lauletta, and that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Love. Flushed out right. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Love. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Lauletta. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Hakeem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills add on.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the left side, this is Stills. Now the Bills will take another timeout. as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Love. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Coming off play action, Lauletta. He'll rifle this one deep right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. After the interception, it's Love. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Lauletta to throw. He's going to let it go again. And the defense loses him. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Lauletta on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. From the gun, here's Lauletta. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Lauletta back to the air. And that'll be incomplete. Now those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find a completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. To the air yet again, Lauletta. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Akeem Hunt, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bills continue to pour it on. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
And a decent little gain puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll toss it to Hunt. Through an opening, and there he goes. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Here's Hines on the toss play. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. Time is time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. On third down, that's Hines. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give them a first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Throw left side, complete to Moss. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He got 29 yards that time. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On second down, here's Lott. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And this offense on third down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Lott. And it's caught. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to get a score back.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point up and good by Walsh. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads would be fairly clear
by the time we have to
leave the booth.
going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta from the 50. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now a play fake, and it's Lauletta. Got an open man. It's Ratley. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
It's Lauletta off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes to start out a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
They'll fake it. Now Lauletta. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, it's Lauletta. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage. Especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Lawletta now to throw it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills add on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Elliott now to kick this one away. Now this offense about ready to take over again. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Second and 10, Luck again. That's incomplete, nearly another pick, my goodness.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, you know, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. This offense so far on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Now Luck. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, they'll throw. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender.
Executed crossing route.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19.
And they'll throw again with Lauletta. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be third down.
Detroit.
Again, Lauletta. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Lauletta, here we go on 4th. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on second down is Locke. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And it's 3rd and short. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Locke. He's got a first down and more past the 30, and all the way out to the 35-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game, and a first down on that last catch as well. On first down, Locke. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him a couple on the catch, it's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 3rd and long, it's Locke. On the crossing route, complete. That's Banks. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st and 10, Locke. And he'll find the open man on the right side. It's Kane. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Vic Beasley. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Coming off play action, Lauletta. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Lauletta on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. From the gun, here's Lauletta. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta back to the air. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Locke. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Luck on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 47. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jamal Sheard on the stop. Here's Lauletta now on 2nd. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in and stop him for no gain. I know they didn't get it, but I kind of like the call. 2nd and inches, go right to the quarterback sneak. Normally, that should be executed better, shouldn't it?
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't like the call.
You don't like that?
That's just because they didn't get it, though.
Oh, okay.
Hindsight's 20/20.
20/20 and never defeated.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now back out comes the offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well. And if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 3rd down, that's Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Instead of a run, Loletta wants to throw it. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Lauletta toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. It's Lauletta off play action. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They give him a gain of 37.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the...
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.